Building an entire town by yourself can sound kind of terrifying, but honestly it's a lot more manageable than you might think. The secret isn't modeling everything at once, it's having a solid plan before you even start modeling. So today I'm going to show you how I approach the pre-production stage of building a town, and I'll be using the environment from my own animation as an example. It's important that we spend the time to properly plan out our ideas so we don't waste time. Generally, I like to start with developing the rules of the environment/town. For example, in this town I'm making, there is no wood, right? The people of the town have no way to grow trees. So they use more metal, and they tend to use like shipping containers as like seats or tables, etc. This is also the time to figure out the general theme/aesthetic. I like to create a mood board, just finding pictures that inspire me, that give the general vibe that I'm going for. This is also a good time to start sketching out a couple of buildings/key points in your environment. I tend to sketch out 2 to 3. I also want to introduce the concept of hero versus filler assets. So in my town, for example, the cafe is a hero asset, whereas the normal houses are like the filler assets, right? Or maybe like the street lamp or a bench is filler assets, but like the mayor's house is a hero's asset. Whiteboxing is the next phase. You may never have heard of this before, but it's the act of blocking out your scene using basic geometry. So, for example, I made this white box of a video game I'm making with friends. Notice how I just use the same model over and over and over again, and I use basic shapes to get the general feel for what things are going to be. It's very important that you do this before any major modeling work. It helps to understand what is important and what is actually needed, and get a sense of the scale of your project. Now that we've finished the white box, it's important to create a plan. I actually use spreadsheets, and I reference the white box. Then I start to list out all the assets I think I need to make, until it looks something like this. This is also where I start to prioritize. Not every asset is important. For example, in a murder mystery game that I made a couple years ago, I ran out of time to model a spoon, right? And I told my students this story, and they would not let it down. It sort of just became a meme of the class. And it's okay that you don't have enough time to model the spoon. Nobody cares except my students. The point is, it's important to have priorities when you're working on an environment of this size. So before you even think about modeling your first environment, ask yourself 4 questions. What are the rules of my world? What are the hero assets? Have I whiteboxed the environment? And do I have an actual plan? And that's all there really is to pre-production, especially when you're by yourself. It's all about figuring out what you're making before you start making it. In the next video, we'll start building this town together. But for now, we've got a plan, and honestly, that's half the battle. I'll see y'all in the next video.